give. But sharing and giving is by far better.
That's right.
And will lead to peace instead of troubles. If people had more concern for others than themselves, and we weren't competitive, but we were cooperative and helpful to one another, we'd have peace.
We are very thankful to you for taking time off to visit our country and discuss matters with us, and for the great service you are rendering to mankind.
After leaving Sri Lanka, the G3 flew across the Bay of Bengal to Thailand. Mr. Armstrong has enjoyed a warm friendship with Thailand's hard-working King Bhumibol and Queen Sirikit. He has been impressed with their outstanding example of service to their people. Since 1971, the Ambassador Foundation has aided their Majesties in projects to encourage the hill tribes to replace the opium poppy with a more profitable and less destructive cash crop. In a visit to Thailand in 1984, Mr. Armstrong was invited by Queen Sirikit to fly with her in the royal helicopter to a remote hill tribe settlement close to the border between Thailand and Burma. The Queen showed Mr. Armstrong the progress that had been made in helping these backward people develop a more settled and prosperous standard of living. Knowing Her Majesty's dedication to helping Thailand's poor while preserving their heritage, Mr. Armstrong assisted her in promoting a greater knowledge of fine quality Thai handicrafts. The Ambassador Television Studios produced an hour-long documentary which told the story of King Bhumibol and Queen Sirikit's total dedication to their people. Mr. Armstrong personally presented their Majesties with this videotape production. The royal family has honored Mr. Armstrong several times, decorating him in recognition of his long friendship and service to the Thai nation.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
A highlight in the long and productive relationship came in March 1985 when Her Majesty accepted Mr. Armstrong's invitation to visit Ambassador College for several days. Mr. Armstrong escorted the Queen on a personal tour of the college's beautiful Pasadena campus. Queen Sirikit also attended a number of banquets and receptions in her honor. Present were many state and local dignitaries.
So I think Mr. Armstrong and my husband have the same goal, the common goal, that is the harmony, the world harmony, and better understanding between people in all over the world.
In conjunction with her visit, the largest display of ancient and modern Thai treasures ever exhibited outside of Thailand was showcased in the lobby of the Hall of Administration. Later, on the stage of the Ambassador Auditorium, Mr. Armstrong introduced Queen Sirikit to an audience of distinguished businessmen and leaders of the local community.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming this afternoon. And before I introduce Her Majesty, the Queen of Thailand, I'd like to say a few things about the royal family of Thailand. Their Majesties, the King and Queen of Thailand, have devoted their lives to the welfare of their people, to serving them. They go out among them personally. I spent one day with Her Majesty, the Queen, among one of their nomad tribes in the north. And their Majesties are interested in going up and working with them. So now it's my very great pleasure to introduce a very dear and affectionate friend, Her Majesty, Queen Sirikit of Thailand.
I'm very happy today to visit the home base of Mr. Armstrong, a gentleman whom I consider to be my true personal friend, as well as a friend of all men of goodwill in this world. Because of his wisdom, farsightedness, and humanitarian heart, he knows it is meaningless to talk about security, democracy, and international cooperation when a large number of people still hardly have enough to keep body and soul together. I know that his financial aid to various projects has been extremely generous, but I think that he is most appreciated because of the spiritual impact he makes. To those who meet him, he is the symbol of the warm-hearted citizen of the advanced countries who is willing to understand, give encouragement, and lend a helping hand when needed.
If the people of the world are ever to reach their full potential, it is important that the educated in all nations learn to cooperate and serve those less fortunate than themselves. The United Nations has been the most successful instrument for international cooperation so far. In the closing days of World War II, representatives of 51 nations met in San Francisco to lay the foundations of an organization that they hoped would once and for all provide a forum where nations could work out their differences at the conference table rather than on the battlefield. It is in many ways the most effective vehicle that man has ever devised to improve communication between nations. But in spite of dedicated and sincere effort,